All over the world, people work together. And it's often touching to see how we help and support each other. So why is it that it sometimes goes so organic and sometimes there's a continuous search of trying to understand each other? What I do know is that we need each other to move forward. Modern companies like Curium have grown into complex systems. It's important that we keep overview and make sure that we do not lose sight of each other. At Curium, our ultimate customer is the patient. Few things will be more important than supporting a child in the hospital by providing diagnostic and therapeutic medication. That's a big responsibility. So how do we coordinate everything within our organization to ensure that our product reaches the patient in time? In this film, we will talk to a few of the people who have been involved in IBP, and we will find out how they feel about working beautiful together. I start my trip in Namen, where I will meet our CEO and overall sponsor Renaud Deharan. What were his expectations of introducing IBP, and how is it helping him right now? In our organization, we are dealing with many different realities. Not only the reality of the CEO, but also of the sales teams, or the different realities by country or factory. The purpose of IBP is to create one set of numbers, a language that is understandable for everyone. And this is more relevant than ever, because when complexity grows, there is an increasing danger that we will lose control. So how do we ensure there is enough capital to fund the business and ensure investments can be done on time? How can we help each other to work in the right timeline? So let's ask Renaud what are his needs to work beautifully together.
And no one could achieve what we do by himself. It's impossible. I mean, take our product, you need physicians, you need pharmacists, you need radiochemists, you need engineers, you need lawyers, you need 20, 30 different skills, deep skills, to actually make up our product. So it's impossible to achieve what we are willing to achieve just by yourself. It's just impossible. And so where I spend more and more of my time is to find actually is to design the different skills and different type of people that we need into Curium and into the different teams and make them work together. And if I find a way to actually get those teams to work together and to actually deliver on what has been agreed together, and I don't have to worry actually at the end of the day on whether it's the short-term performance or the long-term deliverability of the project, then I'm spending 100% of my time or close to on strategy. And Cyril as well, and Chet as well. And that actually is a multiplying factor on the growth of the company. Right. Because when you spend 70% of your day actually on gap solving, your mind is not focused only on strategy. Exactly. But your mind is only focused on strategy because you know that the rest actually, the deliverability of performance, the deliverability of project is there, then you're actually multiplying the impact of your thinking. And I think you achieve much, much, much more. And so what IBP is actually bringing is exactly this. Because if I trust what you tell me, and you show me basically a landing of the year or landing of next year on target, I don't have to double check, I don't have to control, I close the book, and then the only thing we talk about is what do we acquire, what new product do we invest into, and we spend basically our time on actually what's good, which is as a CEO of a group like Curium where I do add value. As a CEO, and I used to do a lot more than today, but if a lot of the time you do not trust the information that you receive, and you have to, because you make mistakes if you do, actually, a lot of the time. And so when I do receive, a business reviews report or a project, and people tell me we have a deviation there because of this, I know the people I need to double check with, and I know the people I can just trust and go because the work has been done, and I can trust the explanation. If you can get to a point where you trust what is being told, what is being told to you, you win an incredible amount of time.
What would be the aspect that you think would accelerate and would make it stronger and would give this feeling that you just described, which is wow, this proudness?
I would say it's the entrepreneurship spirit, in the sense that if you really want to be proud of what you are doing, you are not here to actually achieve the target that someone else gave you. Because you are not only delivering 80 million EBITDA next year because I'm asking it, you are saying, you know what, we do 60, 70 this year, we will be a 500 million EBITDA company in 10 years from now, and we will develop ourselves in Asia, and we'll go to China, and we'll go to Japan, and we launch 3 new products, and you do that by yourself with the team, and you align and you use the CIBP process in actually planning the way to get there, then I think the pride is going to be huge. Wow. And so I think you can gain this entrepreneurship spirit and using CIBP as a tool to achieve basically the tool that you set for yourself. There is no rocket science into this CIBP thing, but seeing it working for a CEO is super helpful. Because now when I'm sitting with you, I'm looking at the future. It gives you full visibility on where you land and full basically control on basically where you are taking this organization. But what is more complicated is actually being impactful and being impactful on patient and the life of people living into Curium. And that's where you basically get ultimate pride as leaders, because because you impact the life of more and more patients, and ultimately if you discover new ways of diagnosing or treating patients, you truly have an impact on their life. And ultimately what this creates actually is pride of yourself and of what you have created by impacting others people's life. So that's the dream. And legacy means that it's you have created something that is there forever, so for a long time. So that's a big dream, but that's professionally what I'm trying to achieve. Now, what I need to enhance and progress to get there, it's a good question. It's probably, and that's probably why you asked the question, but if you connect the dots, the only way to get there is actually to build an organization based on a number of entrepreneurs that take the responsibility of units of your organization. Because if you try to lead it by yourself across the board, right, you limit yourself into what you can do.
Right.
And you limit the organization to what you can do.
I think it's true what Renaud says. If you can trust the numbers, no time is lost in fixing mistakes. And we can face the reality as it really is. One set of numbers. It seems obvious and simple. Yet most of us, close to planning, execution or strategy, know it is not obvious at all. If we can trust the numbers, we can understand where the business is going and make well-founded choices. IBP helps us to connect all the dots between people and projects. And at the same time, it can be a defense mechanism that protects us from unexpected developments. In this way, we can start to shape our future instead of becoming a victim of it. One set of numbers can bring order in the chaos. And trust in the numbers and trust in each other is for me the same thing. Because I believe that we, as human beings, need trust to grow and become stronger. In Amsterdam, I meet Anne Draaisma. He leads the Operational Excellence team in Petten and is the co-author of the book Leading Change. So what can we learn from him? Because, like any other organization, we are often confronted with unexpected changes. IBP helps us to make plans that will make us aware of these changes much sooner. But I think a good plan offers more. It creates engagement, because the clearer the plan becomes, the more we feel connected to it. And then the magic can start. It can happen gradually or with bursts and a breakthrough feeling, but it will start. All the pieces fall into place. We feel safe because it offers guidance and a shared sense of direction towards the goals we want to achieve. So let's ask Anne what his experiences are with making good plans. And just like Renault, Anne also attaches great importance to ownership and started with a beautiful story about it.
Just recently, my daughter, she became 18. She wanted to buy a horse.
Wow.
Well, 18 and buying a horse, but she works for it. Already had the complete picture how to pay it, how to deal with it, and it was completely out of herself.
Wow.
And that's something I said. Well, she didn't ask me to help.
It interests me because in CIBP, one of the 3 key areas that I like is that the clarity of CIBP creates confidence. Yeah? And having people that are confident is a great aspect of CIBP and what we try to achieve. So let's zoom in on another aspect, which is trust, and how important is it for you in your working life, and what does it do to you?
Well, I think trust is key. If there's trust, let people develop themselves.
Right.
You don't have to be afraid that there's a second agenda, whatever, that you have support in what you do. Even with which don't have an exact plan, there's trust in that you will achieve.
Yeah. When you feel trust, how do you try to achieve that?
I will come up not with answers or directions how to do.
Yes. Listening,
You're
you
right.
listen carefully, I hear that. You say also, I let go part of, we go to the end, but I'm not forcing to follow a route.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah. So what happens with you if you're in that situation, when somebody treats you like that? And did you feel treated like that in the CIBP project?
If I feel trusted, then I can be creative. I will be in a mood that I will try to achieve the goal, but also exceed the goal.
Right. So can you explore a little bit working beautiful together? What does it further mean to you?
Well, what happens when you're working beautiful together? Then what you will get is that you will have even more than you would hope.
You are an expert in my point 3, which is improving, and continuous improvement and getting things done. That's your true expertise. You have published a book. If you go to your own insight, what is your message? What is your life lesson for us? It's not meant to be heavy, but it's meant to be what's for you the simple essence.
You have to go back to the fundamentals. What is really what we try to do over here?
Because also in IBP, and also what Renault said, is let's not be guided too much by the process. Let's always take the holistic business view and know where we are and use common sense to get where we want. The story with your daughter was beautiful, I think. And indeed, what happened at that point was, it felt to me that clarity was confidence.
For me, clarity is that there's a point on the horizon where to move on, where to move to.
So clarity is the element which gives the direction and gives where to go. And then trust is the element which allows us to find creative and clever solutions to get there. And then improving or doing is the thing which makes us move. Basically.
At Curium, we're at the dawn of this process, but the impact that IBP can have on our organization is significant. It will help us to connect all the different parts of our organization, and it will help everyone, each with his own role and responsibility, to understand what to do. The cadence, the tools, the design processes, and the behaviors as a combination create the ability to work beautiful together. I'm on my way to Schiphol. I'm going to talk with 4 people that all work with IBP, and I'm curious about their experiences, each from their own discipline. One of the persons I'm talking to is Wais. He's from Afghanistan, and when he was a young man, he walked 7 days and nights to flee his country which was invaded. I admire his courage to act and his dreams for a better future. I'm also meeting Edith. As a sales manager, she is close to our customer. And IBP is all about understanding our customer, making sure that we can be there for our patient when he needs us. And I'm talking to Lucas. a senior finance professional. And once he was convinced of the value of IBP, he played an important role. And I will talk to Remy, our former CFO, about the importance of IBP. Because as far as I am concerned, there are not many elements that are more crucial than connecting to the financial team.
What I'm glad of, what gives me today energy, is where we are today and where we can even go further. IBP will help the teams to achieve their goals in a structured way, and also to take actions. No firefighting, no finger pointing, only action and result oriented.
You feel like a Superman when you look what you have achieved, because it's not only your pushing, it's a crowd. It's a crowd pushing.
IBP is one set of number, one way of working, and that is important. We are looking at the same figure with the same target, and we are going all in the same direction.
Everybody's in the same train, and you know the cadence of the train.
Sometimes I can get very, very pissed if something doesn't work right because, you know, an order has been placed on a different date or little things like that. It annoys me.
Yes.
But not for myself, because it's actually not my problem, but it's a problem from the customer and in the end from the patient.
Right.
Because helping others is helping myself. To be demanding, because when we work, we want results, but also to be kind and nice, work together in a way we learn from each other and we progress.
It's sort of, when I see that the people are happy, what they have received, what they have got from me, I feel satisfied. So, and that's sort of enough for me.
People from several horizons, several cultures, they do understand enough of the other culture, aim, goals, target, whatever, that everybody is on the same page.
Being on the same level, I think it makes it much easier for people to work together, to speak with each other also about certain things, because you know you're on that level with each other, and you both want the same thing, and wanting the same thing makes it also better to work.
I know enough of the other's job, they know enough of my job, so we have a common language.
So, IBP can be seen as the energy that is required to organize the system. The repetitive monthly cadence with its clear numbers ensures there is a clear focus for us all involved. And by closing the gaps, the plan becomes clearer and we build more trust in ourselves and each other. And don't underestimate the importance of trust.
Trust.
Trust again?
Yeah, trust again. Yeah, because you have to know, you have to be able to say things to each other, even if they're not always nice.
It's very difficult for me to work with somebody I don't trust.
Trust is to rely, I would say it's the essence of human being.
It's something that you ask somebody, you ask for some help, and he provides you with some data, and you can trust them. You know that they are right.
You need trust to believe and to move forward. When you have fact, when you have trust, when you have collaboration, you have self-confidence, of course. So IBP is all of that.
It is heartwarming to see that we can work together with all kinds of different disciplines within our organization. And IBP allows us to do that with education. Through one set of numbers, building trust and developing actions together, we get the right insights. IBP will help us to unlock our full potential, and that can be the difference between surviving or disappearing. In 2020, we started in Antwerp with the design team, a group of people from different disciplines to introduce and develop IBP. It turned out to be a wonderful co-creation. It is a rewarding experience to be part of such a strong collective. It felt like a microcosm of working together beautifully. You may think that IBP is about planning the future, but without a connection to the short term, it would be meaningless. The real value of working beautiful together is to serve our patient and to take care of our people. That happens only in the now, and that puts IBP in the right place. IBP resolves problems in the future, so they will not disturb the now when it arrives. If you're still in doubt, let me tell you this. There seems to be evidence that predicting something will often make it happen. If that is true, then planning our future with IBP is a must. My wife taught me the inspiring phrase, how to make life around us a little bit more beautiful. And when I first heard about integrated business planning more than 30 years ago, it really appealed to me. Because I believed and still do that it will help my wife's phrase come true. I wish you all to work effortless and beautiful together.